Hey, what's up, y'all? Red Table Talk after show. The medical test results are in. Stay tuned.
You're tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
Hey, come on, Light Show.
Hey, okay. What's up?
Hey, y'all, what's up? Welcome to the Red Table Talk after show. I am your man, Tyler Tyson, and we have so much in store for you. On today's show, the medical test results are in, and we're going to break all of them down. But first, I have to introduce my panel. To my left, I have the beautiful...
What's up? My name is Jade Ming.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Jay Lamar, back again.
Okay, I was about to spit some lyrics, but I'm not even going to do it. Hey, so you guys know that on this episode, at the top of the season, Will Smith called an emergency family meeting, and today we finally get the results from that meeting. What did y'all think about this episode?
It was very educational.
Very.
A little bit too much for my liking.
Okay.
Just because, I like to, not know so much, because I definitely was feeling kind of paranoid.
Yeah.
But I thought that it was really interesting as far as learning things that, not everyone really knows about.
Yeah.
So for me, it was definitely, I'm a hypochondriac.
Oh.
So I'm at the doctor, if I sniffle wrong,
I believe that.
I will go to the doctor. I will pay that fucking $15 copay.
Oh.
And I will be at the doctor, in a heartbeat.
Come on, $15 copay. That's
Hey,
some good insurance right there. All right.
Shoot.
You better marry right. But yeah, so for me, it was listening to their test results. The doctor went really deep into stuff that kind of would make me nervous. Like when he said that Will was the youngest
Right?
Yeah.
genetically at the table. That was scary.
It's how old am I?
Right. If I was his child, I'd be wait, no, daddy gotta have it last. I gotta be around. Daddy live his life.
I feel you on that, and I kind of thought the same thing. So I'm the opposite. I will go to the dentist any day of the week. That is my favorite thing to do, but I absolutely hate the doctor. Typical guy. I was going to say typical N-word. I hate the doctor. It's the last place I want to go.
But you go to the dentist.
I will go.
Right?
I
every
hate
day.
having my mouth open that long.
And also, them working
Apparently
in your
you
teeth.
don't.
I mean, that's why your teeth look nice. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, Crest?
What your throat look like?
What's up?
My throat is amazing. So anyway, so the thing about it is, because I don't go to the doctor, one of the things that I'm working on for 2020 is I want to get my insurance right, make sure everything is good, which I will talk about that a little bit later on in the show, so that I can do all of these tests that they just kind of described.
That's what I thought too.
You want to do all of them?
Well, a nice
Yes.
amount of them. So starting things off with Will, he started talking about the colonoscopy. I don't know if did we talk
Yeah.
about this on the show? Have y'all ever had a colonoscopy?
I had one.
yet.
I had they told me I had colitis
Okay.
a couple years ago, so I had to get a colonoscopy, and it was my first time actually being put under anesthesia, and it was absolutely the best sleep I've
Wasn't it?
ever had. I was in the room. I remember talking to the anesthesiologist about my dating life, and we were in depth in conversation.
Pause.
dating
You
life.
were talking to the anesthesiologist about your dating
It was
life.
in Atlanta, so everybody black.
Oh my gosh.
So me, her, and the nurses in there going off, and
He
then
said, count to 1, 2, 3. Now, just
Now, let me talk about my life.
Count down my life.
But so on the show, Will talked about how you kind of have to get over yourself, I guess, in order to get a colonoscopy, because it is very, very, you have to put your manhood to the side, for real. I don't know. I feel like with women, because y'all have to go to the gynecologist and all of that, maybe you're mentally better prepared for it. But for me, that was the most traumatic part, because...
Oh, you had one?
I've had one, yeah. I had one when I was 25.
Are you supposed to get it what?
Well, so
don't.
my
For us,
doctor
yeah.
told me I wasn't supposed to get one until I was 40.
Yeah.
And I demanded to have one. I had to really advocate for myself. I need this.
Yeah.
And not because anything was wrong. I just,
You need to make sure you
a
get
little
it.
OCD.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
Don't sneak up on me with, you have colon cancer. I want to know now if there's something we can prevent. And I did have a polyp. Now, on the show, they talked about Will's polyps being cancerous.
Yeah.
I don't know if mine were or not, but But what I was getting to is, so when you do it, not the colonoscopy, but the check for it, I had to you get on the bench at the doctor, or the seat, and you usually are on your back. Well, in this instance, I had to lay down
on your side.
and then they lift you up like this, and it's.
How you know? You was up.
I was not for the colonoscopy, but before the colonoscopy.
prep?
Yeah.
What kind of doctor you went to?
Dr. De Jesus in Orlando. And I mean, like, after it was over, he was just like, all right, time to go do. I was like, no. We
Why
need to
did he
sit
do
and
it?
talk.
Was he supposed to
Because,
do
like,
it
you
then?
have totally invaded my space. How's your wife? How are the kids? Like, what's up? Like, I could not just
Well, I
get
can
up and
say
go.
this. Like, for mine, they just gave me the stuff to drink before. And I went there, turned on my side, and I didn't even know. And, you know, I mean, even as a gay man, you know, same gender loving man, I think it is kind of like awkward too, because I know when I get my prostate exams
I've never had that.
for like my annual physicals, like those are kind of like.
I'm laughing because you really are, like, a hypochondriac.
I'm a hypochondriac.
For real.
Honey, I got to stick around here for a long time. I got stuff
Hey,
to do.
what? Amen.
But like for like when have you had your, oh, you don't have one?
Well, a prostate, no, she does
She
not.
don't-
She does
she
not
don't
have a
prostate.
prostate. But she does have a colon,
colon.
so she
I
can't.
do.
So she
I do.
can't do the
But not yet,
colonoscopy.
not yet, not
Yeah,
yet.
but for the prostate exams, they're really more like they
Thorough?
don't put you to sleep. No, they just
they don't?
He put on a glove. They put lubricant on. They tell you to like get down on your knee. I mean on your elbows, and then they literally take 2 fingers and like stick them up your anal cavity.
Y'all know the SpongeBob meme. All right, I'm out. I'm out.
Exactly.
I'm
like
out.
you see how I tuned out that conversation. The moment you
Yes,
started,
that's
I'm
two
going through my
fingers.
notes.
Yes.
Like,
Look, it's not
that's not.
pleasure, though.
That's
And
not.
And I can see why most men who are heterosexual probably
Yeah.
don't get.
But I would think, regardless of your sexuality, because these aren't people you're romantically into, and
It's just a stranger.
it's
It's
a
weird.
stranger like
if my
going
doctor-
on your body.
If my
That
doctor
ain't-
was like attractive, I probably would have opened up easier. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just because like, you know,
Facts.
women don't get it like prostate wise, like, you know, as a woman though, you know, getting checked for your womanly yearly exam or whatever, it's still weird, you know, because I think in general, we don't usually expose our lower bodies
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, maybe as kids we're like, okay, whatever, you know, but as an adult, you know, the more and more you get older, you know, the more you realize we actually cover ourselves. We don't just let
Wait,
anyone
y'all,
see
when do
our-
y'all start getting PAPs? 18?
18, yeah. You start, I think 18 or 21. I think it's 18. I kind of got mine early just to like, I don't play. I don't play with my ovaries and all that.
Yeah.
So literally.
And then for y'all, it's either like the disposable sternums or like the
Exactly. It's not fun. It's not
It's
fun.
so much.
It's not fun.
And once
So-
again, why if I was T, I would not be trying to go to my daughter's thing, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah. So like you know, in saying in conclusion, like with that being said, like I feel like in general, just any doctor just touching in that area, even if you're comfortable with that doctor, it's just a weird feeling.
And it's a weird environment.
weird
It's
environment.
cold. It's just not. It's not the business. So Dr. Hyman and Mona Sharman, she's Will's nutritionist. They were the two that were sitting at the table as well.
from the Cleveland Clinic.
Yeah.
That was my first job.
Was
out of
it?
college.
I thought about you because they said Clay. I was like, oh, I wonder if Jay Lamar.
Yeah, I know them people.
And so they talked about like a lot of things are genetic, and they talked about how across the board, all of them had issues with digestion. They had stomach issues. Jada had mentioned on a previous show that she has like an irritable bowel thing, but apparently all of them have this. Do y'all know of any genetic situation that you may have? Have you had any tests that say like, oh, this is something like lactose, for example? They said that I think 75% of Americans are lactose intolerant. I've never been tested for lactose, like to see if I am lactose intolerant or
neither.
not.
I haven't either.
Do you
If I
have-
gotta go, I gotta go.
Do you have issues with milk and dairy and all of that?
I mean, but
As
I
I've
mean,
gotten older,
Yes or no?
yes.
Mine is the opposite.
Like I'll drink Silk now, and you know I'll get yogurt opposed to ice cream and stuff like that.
I think I pretty have a good, like, you know, stomach. But I mean, you know, but like, where I can know, you know. But I mean, also at the same time, like, being a little authentic here and open, transparent. I mean, like, if I gotta go, like, and like something's just kind of crazy, you know, I'm just thinking that I just ate something wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking
Same,
that it's
same.
like, oh,
It's like
I'm
that.
yeah. So I'm just like, oh, wow.
But you don't wake up in the morning and think, you know what? Let me kind of avoid cereal. Let me avoid
I don't
milk
eat
because
cereal.
I have like issues with milk. You
I don't really eat breakfast like that.
Oh.
I like almond milk though.
Almond milk is delicious.
I
So
love almond
being transparent, I have never been diagnosed with being lactose intolerant or anything, but as a kid, I struggled with milk, and so I could not drink milk. Like if I was going to school, milk could not even be
Same.
an option.
Oh, wow.
I had to take the SAT 3 times, and I will tell this story later on. But
great.
and not 3 times because I failed. There were just some issues
Oh
that
my
were-
gosh.
You got anxiety like Willow?
Yes, that prevented
So,
me
look
from
at you.
completing the test. So anyway, another thing that I think I wanted to mention a little bit is that I found this so interesting that men spend 1.5 hours on the toilet, whereas women spend 55 minutes, even though women have to sit down to do this in the first place.
What was that, a week or a day?
It was per week. Per week, men spend an hour and a half on the toilet. And Will even talked about how
I
when he goes, he
believe it.
takes a book and all. Now, I'm I'm like Willow, very, 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 very regular. Never had any issues with that. I mean, 2-3 times a day is no problem. But I still will just sit there. Like, I will take my phone, I will take a book, I will take my laptop, and I will just camp out in the
Let me get
bathroom.
some work while I get some
Listen,
work.
I will.
Like,
I think that's where I do my heaviest.
y'all, what kind of
Social
show is
media
this? We talking about bowel
That's why
movements.
on social media I feel like the heaviest. Is when I'm in a restroom, and sometimes I don't even be doing that. Like
You just be
just
chilling.
sit. I think
I
it's a
just sit
guy
there and do
thing.
number
Guys
one.
just sit there.
But isn't
Wait,
it-
what? Pause. Did you say number one?
I will sit there and do number one.
Okay,
You
look,
sit
empty
there.
what you empty. Like, I personally thought it was normal that, you would be chilling. You don't chill? Y'all?
I do.
Yeah, why is it just guys? I feel like as a woman, I don't be doing nothing, but I just chill.
I feel like-
you get distracted on your phone,
But I feel like
I do
because
have an
women
honest
sit all the
question, though,
time, they
since-
just like go
Yeah,
and go
go
and go.
ahead.
And it's no
Since you're a
problem.
woman,
Yeah.
like, how do you wipe with those nails?
Oh,
my gosh.
Look, listen. Honestly, it's all it's just,
Technique.
Yeah, you just gotta cover. Make sure. Look, when you get it, just make sure it ain't your nails are covered, where just like your fingers would be, and then you just swipe. Now
Swipe.
the women like Cardi B and those nails. Now that's different. I asked.
Remember
that
the nails from
sometimes.
back in the day? They used to be like that long, like
No.
Coco from SWV.
People
like,
still
how do you?
that. People still like
Oh, they
do?
do?
Like, to the yes, they do really long.
I would
nails.
maybe something like they wipe from the side of their.
I
hand or
don't
something.
know, but that's not getting it all.
Comment below and let us know how you get down. Do you?
All I know is every time it's clean. So
Also, something.
Period, Pooh.
period.
Literally, boo. Something else that intrigued me was that they said that the small intestines is 22 feet long. Like 22
Yeah,
feet
it's very
is
long. It's longer than the large intestine, I believe.
Yeah, but where is the space for this 22?
I just wonder, like,
22
when
foot shit?
women, when you guys get cesarean C-sections, like they take all that out,
Oh yeah.
and I just think about like that's just so weird. Like that's
then
a
they
lot.
gotta pack it back in.
Pack it back in, and sometimes they don't put it back in right. I heard.
Just stuff it.
Do you guys know of any? So they also said that 20% of Americans have food sensitivity or sensitive to certain foods. Do y'all know of any foods that you're sensitive
I have
to?
an onion allergy.
Oh my god,
Really?
I love onions.
So raw, but it's raw onions. So like,
How did you go to the doctor and find this out? Or
yeah. So when I was a kid, my mom, of course, my mom would get us cheeseburgers and stuff like that. And like after I would eat a cheeseburger, I would just always like feel sick. Mom was like, maybe it's like, because I didn't eat beef growing up. She was like, maybe it was the beef or whatever. And then one day it was like, I got this heavy heartburn. And she was like, you too young to have heartburn. So when she took me to the doctor, she told them, and they did a test, and it was like raw onions. I'm allergic to
How do they
onions.
test your allergies? They just
Isn't it
I
like a blood?
forgot
I
what they
thought
did.
it's a
It was
blood
like-
test, and then they can tell based on the blood test like what you're allergic to, what
It was
things
something on
affect
my
you. and all that.
arm. It was like multiple things that they tested for allergies. It was something weird.
Yeah, I don't know. As I just said, I don't go to the doctor like that. So as far as I know, I don't have any food allergies.
See, mine comes from,
I don't have
my mother's a hypochondriac. So, and it was 4
you
of us.
get it honestly.
So she always had, if one of us got sick in the house, like all 4 of us went. Like she like, okay, everybody
yeah,
get
make
free
sure
shot.
Everybody
everyone's
needs to
checked.
go.
Everybody need to go, yeah.
Hey guys, Josh in the booth here with an answer for how do they test for allergies. So there's actually 2 ways to do it. One is a scratch test, which is just taking a piece of the skin and then see what things you're allergic to. The second one is a blood test as well. So there's 2 ways to figure out which what
Okay.
you're allergic to and stuff.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate that. Also, another thing that they found is the majority of the Smith family has to stay away from gluten. And especially here in LA, we hear about all the gluten-free, and you think it's like a fad or a diet craze or whatever, but it's really like a real thing. And it's just the protein that's in a lot of the fiber stuff, like the wheats and the grains and all of that.
And the pancakes. Jamie
I've
loved his
never really
pancakes.
seen it being a fad thing.
I thought it was.
Really?
Yeah.
But there are people that see it as a fad thing, but I never saw it as a fad thing only because it's like gluten. Like, it's something that I can't have. Like, why would I want something that I can't have? So, like, you would think common sense is that, oh, it's for people who literally can't have gluten. No, there are people that, I don't know.
But here, and I know it's like this everywhere, but in LA, there's always something new. It's like, oh, well, I'm vegan today, or I'm pescatarian today, or I'm this today. So when I first heard gluten, and it was like, oh, well, I'm gluten-free, I thought it would just fit into the category of just like some type of diet that somebody was
thought that too.
following.
My cousin actually had a gluten allergy. So that's how I got kind of hip to it. And it was like only certain things that he was able to eat. So that means he was only able to go like to certain restaurants. So that's how I got hip to it. And I was like, I've never heard of nobody being gluten.
Does it taste different though?
I don't know. I've never had, like I told you, I eat everything.
I think we had some like gluten-free pancakes or something he made one time. It didn't taste so different to me. I just added more syrup.
Here you go. Also, he talked about, I feel like they went more in depth, and I put over there all of the Smith family like that we're going to cover, but they went more in depth on Will than anyone else. At least I feel like they did. Will and
I thought
Jada,
he was able to take it more because everybody else was kind of panicking.
and he's the one that called the meeting in the first place.
Will reminds me so much of my dad just because I'm Willow AF. Because when I hear scary things, I'm like, oh my gosh.
She was having so many anxiety attacks on the show.
Because the thing is, I feel like as a younger woman, especially when you have a really close relationship with the father or with your parents in general, it's a lot, you know? I mean, and not even just a woman, just as a kid, as a child, like I feel like it's a lot. And so hearing that, knowing how, you know, the rate for African Americans are mentioned, that as far as like knowing how cancer can spread, like this man, like Dr. Hyman was literally continuously saying that these things were gonna cause cancer. Like I didn't hear any result that did not say it could cause cancer.
Every last one of them.
So it's just like hearing all this stuff. That's what I meant by when I said it was too much for me personally, just because, you know, in the sense, I'm very like big on my health. And so when I hear that, it's like, okay, well then I just don't want to do anything. I might as well just eat air. Like, you know.
That's what it make you feel like.
No, really though, because even like the good nutrients that you're supposed to take, it's not even that good.
Yeah.
Everything is like too much. You can have too much protein. It's like everything is like too much.
And it all depends on your body. So if you haven't gone to one of the things that Willow had it, where they had this break in their intestines where some of the nutrients they weren't absorbing properly, and it was becoming toxic and seeping into their bloodstream, which was causing, they call the leaky stomach or whatever.
Leaky stomach, yeah.
And so it's like he most of the time eats the right thing. So it's not always, you know, whether you're eating wrong, correct or not. It's just like if you have this issue, you can be eating all the right stuff and it still can be harmful. And
I agree with what Willow said. She was like, this is too much. Someone needs to do it for me because...
I need to get paid.
You need
to take care of myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I say that, related on so many different levels.
I was like, that's right. That is absolutely right. So they did say that Will's age, biologically, he's 51. What's it called? I wrote it down, but my notes are all over the place.
It was a long word, but it was something with a T.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, his other age.
It's chromosomes.
I'll find it in my notes somewhere.
And it spreads and then shortens, right?
Yes. As you get older, your chromosomes shrink, but there's a way to elongate them so that your, whatever that word is.
And his was still long.
30. He was 30 something. Literally, Jada was even older than him.
He's 35 in that, whatever that thing is called.
In length.
And I'm not saying that. But he did say the way to elongate your telometers, that's what they call. The way to elongate your telometers is by meditation, sleep, exercise, and a multivitamin. So of those 4 things, I do 2 of the 4. I don't meditate.
What was it?
Meditation, sleep, exercise, and multivitamin.
Halfway.
Okay. I exercise.
I
sleep.
I definitely get my sleep.
I nap.
What is it?
Meditation and multivitamin.
I'm working on meditating.
What about the multivitamin? Y'all are just skipping all over this multivitamin.
I used to take multivitamins, but I feel like they started to give me cramps. The ones I was taking the one for men. Because my mom was really big on us taking Flintstone vitamins.
Why do so many jokes pop into my brain? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Flintstone vitamins.
Go ahead. Continue.
It tastes nasty.
So I stopped taking the multivitamins for men, like recently, like this year. So
I like a gummy, so I take the gummy vitamin, the multivitamins that are gummy, and that's
what's the name of them?
One a day.
Okay.
There's another.
Send me the kind you take. Do it make your stomach? Oh, okay. Send me the one you take. Send me a picture of it. Okay. From Amazon.
I mean, but the problem is once I run out, it takes me a while to get it back. Like I'll fall off the wagon and be like, oh, I'll go pick up the vitamins later. And I keep why do I forget about Amazon? You can have stuff delivered.
That's what I do.
Like a day.
What about your water intake? How
used
is
to
your
be
struggle
so
with the
good, but
water?
I need to be better. I need to be better. I need
You
to be
know
better.
what? I think a couple years ago, just like with me having like the colitis and stuff like that, I started to be more conscious of what I put in my body as far as liquids. So because I drink frequently, you know, weekends, stuff like that, I was like, oh my God, I need to start drinking more water because I drink so many sweet drinks on the weekend.
Sweet drinks.
Nice little cocktail, Patron, and pineapple is my drink.
I love that. Yes,
But I feel like all I drink is water. When I go to restaurants, I'm not being cheap.
Yeah,
Just-
a lot of
you just
people.
get
Yeah,
water.
yeah, no,
The point is there.
It's like let me get this water while
need
it's
this
on my
water.
mind. Yeah, I feel you.
All I drink is water. Like throughout the day. Like
guy.
a lot of people don't like Dasani, but I drink Dasani.
I like
actually,
Dasani.
I heard
I like
Dasani was
Dasani,
bad
yeah,
for
yeah.
you though.
That's what I heard too.
So
but
there
it's
was a
doing me well.
test that's out there. You guys can find it. I'm sure right here on YouTube, where someone did like the acid
pH
test or
test?
whatever pH test.
balance,
Thank you.
yeah.
And they can show you which water is alkaline, which is the purest, or which one is acidic. And some of those brands, which I cannot name because we always want sponsorships, they were on the more
Bad.
acidic side.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I go through a case, like a case of water in like 5 days.
I'm
I
getting
drink so
better.
much.
I gotta have the jugs.
Yeah.
The jugs help me.
But they so heavy.
Yeah, but you know, you look like a gym buff or something. You
It
know?
goes with the look.
It
It's
It
like
goes
with the
with the
jugs, you get your water intake plus you get buff while carrying it.
Boom.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on.
True.
Come on, Josh.
Give me the
And you're supposed
bottle
to
of
drink
Dasani.
8 ounces a day.
Yeah, you should.
Or more.
Yeah. I've gotten much better on my water. They did say the way, if you do suffer, I almost told somebody's business, if you do suffer with constipation or anything like that, water definitely helps because you can't go if you're not drinking water.
Yeah, you need to be
I drink a lot
hydrated.
of water.
All right, so Jada, one of the things that was revealed with her is that she has this parasite.
That scared me. I don't like that word. at
Parasite?
all. Yeah, no, because I agree with Willow. It reminds me of an alien. It literally reminds me of an alien.
Well, this
Isn't
one
that
is,
the little tapeworm in you?
Yeah.
well, I mean,
but-
that's a form of a parasite.
Yeah, it's a
but
form of parasite, but it's not in you.
This
Like,
one-
I think you are ringworms.
Ooh,
I
child, that made me.
I haven't heard that word since I was a kid. But
My
Jada-
mother used to be big about that.
well, ringworms? How do you get, okay, we're going on a tangent. Bear with
Because
us.
as a kid,
How do you get a ringworm? in
If
the
somebody
first place?
has it, I don't know how them other kids got it. I ain't never had it. But like as a kid, I don't know. Like my mom made it sound like it had something to do with sanitation of people's homes. Like she did everything. She was like, they house ain't clean. They probably got wingworm and everything. That's
Oh
why we can't
my
spend night
gosh.
nowhere. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a
I
sanitation.
always
thing.
thought it was something dealing with like standing water, like outside somewhere, like if you see a puddle or something on the street and you step in the puddle
where
and
it
you don't
came
have on
from.
shoes or something. Like I always thought that. I don't
Look.
know. I
Alrighty,
have no
so I
idea.
just looked up ways you can get ringworm. So you can actually get it from another person, which is from skin to skin contact.
Oh, so you're right.
From your
My mama.
pets, from like rubbing or grooving anything, just a common thing to just wash your hands. It doesn't have to be with domestic pets itself. It can be with cows as well. You can also get it by touching some fungus, which can linger on surfaces of clothing, towels, and brushes, and anything like that, like combs.
So
And then-
anything?
anything
dirty.
and from the
My mom
soil
used
as
to
well.
say.
So if
She
you're
was right.
standing, or if you're working or standing barefoot in soil, especially if there's fungus around, that's how you can get it.
Look,
Oh.
y'all.
Wow.
All I gotta say is just watch Osmosis Jones, and it makes you don't want to touch.
And the
anything.
people that are in the gym that go into the showers without shower shoes,
No.
I'm like, how do y'all not get
Ooh,
like?
that's why I like the gym.
That's disgusting.
too much.
Okay, so
Too much.
Jada has this parasite. They said that more than likely it came from food that she ate or something, maybe even potentially water from another country.
Oh yeah, they said yeah, don't leave. Yeah.
But she has to take like a 6-day pill treatment, and then it'll be gone.
go,
So it's
yeah.
not like it's anything
I
that's
wanna
gonna
go-
kill
It's like
her.
chickenpox. Did y'all have chickenpox?
I did. You did not?
really remember.
Oh, I remember. I have a scar on my arm somewhere because I
Honestly,
used to pop mine.
For a good minute when I was younger, I really thought that I was invincible because I didn't really get
Get
much
everything.
things like kids did, which I was really happy about. Unless I just don't remember as a kid.
Maybe you blocked it out.
See, me and one of my brothers are a year apart. So, like I said, when me and him got shot, like when he got shots, I got shots. When he went to the doctor, I went to the doctor. So when he got chickenpox, I don't know who sabotaged me, but I got chicken. We had chickenpox at the same
Your mom was like,
time.
"Look, let me get both of these out
And
at the
she
same
was-
time."
look,
gotta-
Yeah, I remember she was so
not
excited.
going through
Like
this
when she
again.
gave us our baths and stuff like that, we had to take a bath in like oatmeal.
Oh yes.
And the
stuff like that.
calamine lotion and stuff.
Okay, so I did. Okay, maybe I did. I don't know. I had some type of rash. I remember in 7th grade to where I had to sit in oatmeal, and I thought it was really weird. I was like,
Oh,
it's not
chickenpox.
gonna get in your business.
Well, that was older.
That's
in
old,
7th
but
grade.
yeah, that's old.
Yeah,
I
we
got
got
mine
it.
at 5.
Yeah, me and my brother were 4 and 5 when we got ours.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I don't I look. I think I got it. I had it.
So something
I
else.
know I don't have it now though, or won't have.
You probably
it.
got the vaccination.
Yeah, maybe.
You probably did.
Invincible. Just kidding. No, just joking.
I guess if we had gotten the
Don't throw
vaccination,
nothing
we
at
wouldn't
me.
have gotten the chickenpox, huh?
Don't quote me on this, but remember the shots we had to get when we went to college?
Yes.
Oh,
I think maybe it
meningitis
was-
shot. No, the meningitis shot is for kissing.
No, we got all the shots: the measles, the mumps, all that.
it was a
before we got-
bunch.
Mine was just meningitis shot.
Maybe you like yours were updated or you got yours later. Because I know
Maybe
we
they
got
did
them
all
we got
in
them at
one.
like 4, and then we had to get them again at 18 or something.
Maybe by the time you came along, they were doing them all at one time.
Oh yeah, how old are you?
Maybe I'm 23.
Oh,
24.
See,
girl.
that was,
Yeah,
we was
amazing.
old school.
Oh,
They was
child
they,
old.
it was like a bunch of things. You had to go every week. It
Oh,
seemed
yeah,
like you
no.
was getting shot up or
In
something.
college, they say, look, just go get your meningitis shot and your bacterial shot, and that's it. I'm like, okay.
Oh, see, we was a part of that. A Freaknik crew.
Oh,
Our generation was a Freaknik. Yes, you went to FAMU, sir. I went
Look,
to a PWI. We wasn't doing what
I
y'all
was
sure
was.
to go
did.
to a
Okay, so Jada also talked about, or Dr. Hyman talked about detoxifying your liver and how you can do that with leafy vegetables like kale, collard greens, Brussels sprouts, and also onions and garlic can also help detox your liver. Have y'all ever done any detox at all?
No, but I love onions and garlic. So honestly, probably that's why my body is
I
okay.
think I
I
definitely
need more
want to
greens
do.
in my life.
Look,
I wanna
if
do a
y'all need
detox.
garlic, perfect place to go. Go to the Stinking Rose. It has all garlic, y'all.
I've never heard of this.
Oh, what? It's quite
Shout out.
delish. All garlic. All garlic. Don't go on a date now unless you've been on dates with them before.
And also, so Jaden, he has the same issues that we were talking about with the irritability, but he's also vegan. And we talked about this on another
don't
show,
get enough- yeah.
how when you take, most times, when you take the meat out of your diet, there are like some essential proteins and vitamins that
your
you
body
just
misses.
don't get.
You're
And so,
losing iron for sure.
and so when you become a vegan, you have to then still get those things just in a different way. And a lot of times the people that are vegan do not, which is part of the reason why Wendy Williams lost so much weight. And then part of the reason why she collapsed on camera. She just
Oh, that's why?
She just was not in a healthy space for a
It
number
scares
of
me
reasons.
when pregnant women, like when they try to diet pregnant. I think that's always
Yeah.
like.
Oh
kinda-
no!
that's the
Give
time
me
to
all
eat.
the foods that I want.
What I love to see is pregnant women in the gym. Like I was in the gym the other day, and this woman, huge, but she was getting it in. Like that's what you do. You
scares
eat
me.
how you want
That
to eat,
scares
and
me
then
as
you just
well.
work out. But
Why?
be
when
careful.
when you see people do jump squats when they're pregnant, I'm like,
Oh, I didn't say
you're
she
not
was doing.
shaking
She
the
wasn't
baby.
doing all that. Now she was, you know.
No, they're
So detoxes, like you're like a health food fanatic.
yeah, you sound
What's
like
a
it.
good detox you recommend? You don't.
I have not
Juicing?
done a detox.
juicing.
I seen the jug, but I can't do I can do a 24-hour detox.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The juicing, like, there's a actual like some yoga places they like to give out like a whole like detox juicing
It's for a day?
plan. Yeah, like it could be for a day or you can do it for a week. It's whatever how long you want to do it. But they do have those because I've taken it.
And it just cleans you out.
It literally cleans you out. You have, or like I did the week one. So I started. So on Monday you drink this drink.
And no food.
No food. Or you can do nuts. You can like eat nuts.
That's not for me.
But like you're
I
technically
can
not
do a
supposed to.
24-hour one.
Yeah.
So my
And-
issue with the detox is that, as I told you, I'm very regular, and because I've always I grew up with a little sensitivity to milk. I don't need anything that's going to give me any extra time in the bathroom. Like I said, 2 to 3 times a day, like legit.
But you don't feel like you ever need to like.
Well,
clean out?
now listening to this, listening to this, I need to get my mind.
So immature.
That's an interesting like episode.
I do want to do the liver detox just because I know the liver controls. I mean, I feel like
do
if
you do the
everything
liver
is
detox?
clean, it makes your skin glow, it makes your eye, and I always feel like my eyes are not as white as they should be. So it's like, little things like that I will do. Yeah, I want everything to be as pure as possible. I want to be pristine, clean.
I mean, how do you? So
You
how
want to
do
be
you,
a virgin again?
Well, I don't have sex enough to. Well, anyway,
Oh, this ain't that show. It's about something else.
I'm a reformed. So anyway, Jaden also
believe that.
they said that every second. So our bodies are constantly, there's some type of reaction going on. Did y'all pay attention to how many chemical reactions we are having in our bodies?
billion or something.
Close. 37.
37 billion.
The 37 billion, which I don't know what a billion is, but 37 billion
Wouldn't it be trillion?
chemical reactions happening in our bodies every second.
I believe it.
Because, this whole thing is a machine, and there's always something.
You ever
moving.
cuddle with somebody and like you hear the heartbeat and then you hear like
I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, I don't like that. I don't
Really?
like if I do cuddle. I don't like laying on their chest.
Where you lay
it?
it?
Why?
On their arm. Well, you say you like arms.
Yeah, yeah. But no, like
Tyler, where are you to keep us in track?
No,
Right.
bad,
She always
bad,
goes back.
exactly. But no, like I just don't like it. I don't like hearing the heart. It sounds really deep and like dark, but I don't like hearing the heartbeat just because it scares me that like
It might stop.
Yes.
I used to be like that
I
when
don't
was a
like
kid.
that. I can't even do that with my dad. Couldn't lay on him.
I used to
like,
lay on my grandmother, and I would be afraid
Yeah, I
that
was
her
like,
heart
whoop,
would
whoop.
start beating. I'd be like, no, I
Yeah,
can't lay
yeah.
here.
I'll
Let me
like
move.
turn my head a little bit too.
I'm addicted to a heartbeat. I love to hear a heartbeat.
Yeah, no, I would love to reach to the point where I think it's beautiful, but right now, nope.
Come on.
I'd rather hear a heartbeat than like your stomach make them weird noises.
Hey, at least I know that yeah, you move, something moving.
I don't like to hear the stomach noise just because I'm also, even though I have multiple movements a day, I don't want anybody to know that I'm having movements. So
yeah.
like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
that guy that will never use the restroom in public. Like I can
I
do
can't.
number one, of course, but number two, absolutely.
This is very. I think it's kind of off topic. I mean, it talks about poop. How comfortable would you be would you poop in front of your significant? Eventually, like how long do you think that would be though?
It took some time in my last relationship. We were together like 5.5 years. It took some time. He was
You
always.
say 5.5 years?
Yeah.
Before you did?
No, I'm just trying to think. We were duration. We were together 5.5 years. I'm trying to think. Maybe it took like
You did
maybe
well for hiding that.
like,
Then.
what?
a year or so, like when we moved in together.
Wow.
Because he would just like walk in the bathroom or like, why are you locking the door? Like, who are you texting? I'm just like, nobody ever shoots in the bathroom.
Taking a
Bad, 'cause you
But
know.
him, he's like he with the bathroom door wide open, like, or I'm in the shower and he comes in, I like, what is that smell? He's right there on the toilet, like, hey.
When I was a kid, I was like that. I mean, door was open. I was a kid that. Well, anyway, I'll say that for the
I
book.
wasn't. I was like I've always been
Yeah, I was
very
like-
private about.
Oh, no,
me
my
using-
door
Just
was
because, like, you know
open.
that it could be different types of like days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't know what day
A
that's
heavier
gonna
life.
be. You don't know what day that's gonna be. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes you don't want them to experience that.
Yeah,
It's
but I
just
was
like-
always taught like you flush multiple times. You flush.
Well, now they have the
Flush.
sprays that you spray in the thing to like.
spray.
It's called poopery.
Yeah. So I mean,
My mom has
those things are no longer an issue now.
You travel with it? Like, what if you go to like?
I don't know.
That's exactly.
What if you go to somebody's house?
Exactly.
I won't. I can't. I just told you I'm not doing anything at anyone's
So
house.
what if you really gotta go?
What if you
I
get a
go
significant
home.
other and you're
I
at
will
their
go.
house?
I will go all the way home. This is so in school. Remember, I told you the SAT. Those SAT I got up out of the test, turned my test in incomplete, and drove all the way home. I cannot. It's
I
not
understand
even
public,
possible.
Public restrooms, I understand, but if you're like intimately involved with somebody, you will go home to use the bathroom, opposed to blowing up their bathroom.
Well, one, do you have one or two restrooms? That's the first question.
Who would just have two restrooms in their
Well, I
home
mean,
like that?
if you have like a 3-bedroom
If
house,
you date who
gotta-
Tyler date, you know what I'm saying? They got multiple
That is true.
bedrooms. Yeah, right.
He
Multiple
said two bathrooms.
But continue.
Trying to get one.
Anyway, that's enough about me. So, also, Willow, we said that she need the. Oh, also anxiety. Some of these foods can cause you to have anxiety. Do you guys suffer from anxiety or any type of what they call mental illness that you can think of, depression or?
I would say
fatigue?
yes. I would say I've experienced like those like different like emotions and stuff. I don't know specifically if it's because of
it's 'cause
food.
of food,
Because
yeah.
now that I'm hearing it, it's like almost as if I'm like, okay, so like what really did cause it? Was it really stress or was it really food? Was it really like this person or
Or do
was
I
it
just
food?
naturally have anxiety?
Yeah, exactly.
I think the
So-
only thing that causes me anxiety is like when I'm at the microwave and I'm waiting on the food to be done. That causes anxiety for me.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
When you at the microwave and it's like 30 more seconds, you're like, oh my God, hurry up.
You stand there and watch it?
Yes!
You know what gives me anxiety? To-go food.
I will go and do a whole bunch of other stuff.
No, I'm-
and you are waiting.
I'm anxious. Give me my food.
No, mine is to-go food. Like, once I order to-go food, I have for this time to get to home before it gets soggy.
Yeah, that's a different story.
It really makes me crazy.
That's why I like ordering like Uber Eats.
It's still soggy. It
Because
needs
I-
to come to your house.
I've only tried that once and it did not go well.
Don't they like
Uber
stick
Eats.
their hand and eat your fries? I heard that. Or
Oh my God, I probably before I eat.
where's that DoorDash?
Probably both of them.
Well, also they said, so Jada's telometer age was 46 and she's 48. Like, I'm like, I would want my age difference to be drastic.
Like Will's.
So I want them to be like, oh yeah, you
backwards, yeah.
like a 21-year-old. Boom.
I wish
So
we
wait.
should have brought a doctor in today. That would
Right?
be good.
So wait, is Will not? So what is Will and Jada? Are they eating like different things then?
Well, they
or
said that
what?
Jada does not eat like a lot because of the simple fact that she has so many irritable bowel issues. And so she just does not eat that much at all, which is not good.
At all.
So now you're losing the vitamins and nutrients also. So I think that kind of plays into why her age is what it is. I mean, she's still younger than her actual age, but it's not as drastic as Will.
Oh, I want to get that test done and see what mine says.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Like, hopefully it'll be like 18.
And then Gammy, just to close out everyone, Gammy, they said that she was one of the healthiest. She definitely has that irritable bowel situation, also in the nervous stomach and whatever else. And so she has to stay away from gluten and dairy as well. But the interesting thing is, if she was one of the healthiest, her actual age is 66, but her telometer age was 73.
But also at the same time, maybe it could be from her past. Maybe.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she was an addict. Yeah,
So it could be from her past,
Yeah.
and like she
looked
made
good.
Yeah, she looks
She
great.
looks fantastic.
she looked
But
Yeah.
they did say you could
can
look
look-
good and feel good, but you could not be good.
And that's what I don't
possibility.
want. I think of it like the present. I equate everything to this. So any way I can fit this analogy into it, I'm going to try. I don't want to be something that's gift wrapped, and then when you open the present, it's trash on the inside. So that is why I'm determined to just eat better. I'm not saying I'm going to go on like a vegan tip, because I am not, but I'm just really trying to make sure that the inside is reflective of what's on the outside.
I can see the
So
older I
say
get,
what?
being more conscious of my food intake.
So I was like, what greens and what about chicken? Is chicken good?
So anything is good. Anything is good in moderation. So they said that you should eat to feel nourished, and and also food is medicine.
I mean, yes, duh. It makes me feel better.
Everything.
Like,
So when you look at your plate,
better.
you should think, okay, is what's on here helping me or hurting me? So
I mean, low key though, everything is helping you if it tastes good. Like,
not, I mean, if it's gummy bears, it's not really helping you.
Okay,
And you know that's my
well,
issue.
yeah.
So they talked about sugar being, and Tyler,
yeah.
she and I
Sugar
bonded over
bread?
this. That's our thing. Like, that's my addiction.
Carbs.
And you should treat these things, he said, like a social drug, like drinking. As much as we all love a good drink, whatever your
We don't always
beverage of
need it.
choice is, you don't drink it all day.
Right.
So that's how we should treat sugar. And my struggle has been not just the breads and the starches, because I'm trying to gain weight, so I'm eating a lot of those anyway, but it's the actual processed sugar. So it's the fruit juice, it's the candy, it's those things that like really get me. So I have now treated it like a social drug. I might have a bag of gummy bears that I pick some out of, but I don't eat the whole bag.
you know what's weird? Like, when I was younger, I loved candy, like love. And I think I didn't pick it up like just watching my dad, but my dad's the same way. Like, I just stopped liking sweets.
Really?
Not stopped, but I don't need it as
not as
much.
bad.
It's not as bad. I'm like, I'm good on it or whatever. Because sometimes there's actual like desserts that I see, I'm just like, I just know
That is
that's
true.
too sweet.
Yeah.
I used
just
to be
know it is.
heavily into sweets.
And I just
like,
stopped.
Up until probably 2 years ago, I would literally have an ice cream sandwich, M&M's cookies and cream
Literally
sandwich
eat like
before
a
I went to
kid.
bed every
Yeah.
night. Like literally every night. You
But
ain't never
now
had
it's
the
just like-
M&M's?
I mean, I know what it is. The idea of ice cream before bed is like,
I mean, I would have frozen
Oh, well,
yogurt
you got
instead
that
of ice cream.
IBS, honey. Your bowels is sensitive.
I mean, I can do it. It's just that I just don't know what that. It's like playing Russian roulette. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not, and I
a
don't
really
want to have
funny
any
analogy.
Why
issues.
you ain't doing nothing in the bed? Just get up and go.
But still, I mean, like it's
Not you still having wet. Oh,
no. I'm saying that like there's a difference between a natural movement and
Urgent.
an urgent forced
urgent.
movement, because I had something I probably shouldn't have at like a weird time, and so now I'm spending hours at a time in the bathroom.
Do y'all have
like,
a poop stool?
oh, where you put your feet?
Yeah.
No. It's supposed to be like a better
do.
way
It's
for it to
great for
like
you. No, it-
to pass through or something.
Beautifully, because you're technically, because like if you think about it, if you're sitting, your legs are still hanging, kind of, they're not straight. But like this is how I think about it in a sense, and this might sound weird, but like I don't want to say like it's like giving birth, but like, you know, women when they do give birth, how their legs have to be like at a right angle way to push. It's the same thing when you're pooping. Like you're pushing it out, so it makes it easier to go out because you're on a right angle. You're literally like, try it. Like, just, you don't even need to get a stool. Just get something to prop up your legs, and I promise you, like, it just flows like it's nothing.
I'm seeing Amazon got one.
Absolutely.
Oh, Costco too. It comes with 2.
Well, something else, just to put a little bow on this so we can get into our news and gossip real quick.
Yes.
They say that women should limit their daily sugar to 25 grams. Men should limit theirs to 38 grams. And one little warning that I will give you, all of these fruit juices, which I love, they'll give you, there might be 32 grams of sugar in this, but then there's also right below that added sugar. So in addition to that 32, there's like another 25 to 42 grams of sugar added in additional to what's already there. So just really look at these labels, and I'm telling you, sugar is the enemy. Okay, let's get into
on that, though.
our
Shows in the stomach.
news and gossip. Oh, okay. All right now.
Okay.
Hey, this is like trap in the basement kind of vibes. I am Tyler Tyson with your Mr. and Mrs. Smith news update, which y'all know is our news and gossip segment. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I got a bunch of funny videos
Tyler's
for
in
you.
your sheets.
No. Let's get into our very first video. And this video,
This was so
it's so
Did I
dope.
send this to you?
No.
Oh,
Were you
okay.
supposed to and you didn't? So
That-
someone put together this little painting
That's
of
so
the red
cool.
table and the ladies at the red table, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I meant to get his handle so that I could shout him out. I'll make sure I do that next time. But yeah, you can go to Jada's page to actually see this, and it's just beautiful.
That's awesome.
Did they
Ring.
send them a table?
They did.
No, I think
They did not, I don't think. But that would be dope. Oh, his handle was actually at the end of that video.
That's dope.
In our next video, we have, so I told you guys that Willow has made a commitment to stay on this yoga tip, and she is determined to take it and stay with it through 2020. So here she goes.
It's actually really good for you.
It is still in the middle of a tour. She is still getting her yoga in.
You have to in order to just.
One day,
I
goals.
wish I had the time.
I just don't. I can't.
I could do it with my head down and lifting my legs up.
I just.
But I
You
can't do
wizard.
it like
Same position where you just.
chaturanga.
That's like the easiest one. Like if you have a cramp in your ab, that position helps you get the cramp out of your ab.
I don't have abs.
So there's a picture for you guys also of Willow doing some poses, and then
Oh, if I could do that, y'all, I had a January rent paid quick.
well,
Oh,
according
my
to you,
God.
you have enough people in your repertoire
Wait
to
a
get it
minute.
paid. What am I not supposed to say? And also,
that was off camera.
So Will posted. Oh my bad. Will posted this video, and you think it's gonna be one thing, but it ends up being something else. So take a look.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Stay with it. Stay
Flip,
with it.
Flip. Yeah.
And just for you two, because I know how y'all love a good ratchet moment. Boom.
Hey.
Hey, there he
Bow.
goes.
Hey.
Wow.
They should have let that run a little bit longer.
Man.
And then also that I saw that was quite interesting while I was perusing all of their pages. You know, I love me a dog. I just think this is the dopest video because most obstacles are in our minds, and this proves it. Take a look. He's like, I'm trying, open the door, but there is no door.
Wow.
That's how that literally our brains will see things that aren't even there just because we think they're supposed to be there. So if you just allow yourself the freedom to just try, like if he had just put a paw, he would have seen that there was no door there.
That's crazy.
I thought that was just a dope. That video
Man, that's
was
a word
everything.
right there.
Ain't it?
That's the word for our viewers. Let them know. You know what I'm saying? As we're going to 2020, if you're scared to take that leap
No fear.
because you think something is there,
No fear.
put that paw out.
Put it out there. See what happens.
Wow.
And then also from one dog to another, this is going to be my dog. I think this is one of my favorite dogs. It's a beagle. Check it out. He is juking and jamming.
Oh,
I need a
yeah.
dog that's going to be able to dance with
You
me.
better swag, sir.
Because
Dogs
I
are so
dance
interesting
in my house.
They
Yeah.
actually are like babies. They literally have personalities.
I
as well.
love it.
Yeah.
I need my dog to be with it because we're going to have so much fun
She
whenever
over here
he or she
dancing.
gets here.
You better whip it.
No nat, girl. Whip them
Oh.
ears.
She said,
Ow. Inches. Inches. Ah!
yes. She said, who?
Dogs just make the world a better place.
Really though, dogs and babies.
That dog is so
Absolutely. All right, so moving on to our next video. Y'all get the point. So Will was on set somewhere. He had a bunch of surprises. Take a look.
Chance in the building. Yeah.
Wow.
That's right. That's right. Where you at? Yeah, new episode. Yes, sir.
Oh, is this barbershop?
It's the shop.
The shop?
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, is
LeBron
it?
show.
Wow, this
That's
would be
on HBO. I cannot wait to be a part of this club.
Yeah.
This club of men that are actually doing it out here in Hollywood. I cannot wait to be a part of this. Listen,
We will be there, Tyler.
it's gonna be
We'll
on.
be at the top in Jesus' name.
Hey,
Come
Touch and
on.
agree.
And so last week, you guys know that I kept mentioning Spies in Disguise. I could not remember the date that the movie comes out. Christmas Day, my birthday. So shoot me a text and say happy birthday or hit me up on my Instagram and then go check this movie out. Take a look. Point. So yeah, just a little fun video to remind you that the movie's coming out Christmas Day. And also, I think this is one of our last videos, if I'm not mistaken. It's coming. Bear with us. So Jaden has been doing some amazing things. You know, we talk about him weekly. He's out here in these streets changing lives, and he took his water and his efforts to Flint, Michigan to help out with the water situation there along with Ellen. Take a look at this video.
Tell everybody what you're doing. So I actually just put a water filtration system into Flint, Michigan that does about 10 gallons of water.
That's so beautiful. It's a blessing, man. Like people that actually care.
Water box was designed to return control back to the people of Flint so that they could have in their hands the access and safety of their water. And to date, it's delivered over 10,000 gallons of clean water.
Clean water for Flint.
That's dope.
The first Trinity water box was delivering water during the daytime. And that was hard for people who were at work or in school to have access to the water box. So we needed to work with a partner who could help us deliver the same clean water but later in the day.
I actually got you a water filtration system in your name that I'm actually going to donate and put into Flint.
The Ellen box was assembled in Flint by science students from local schools.
Which is also beautiful.
Opinion is beginning to turn around. Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you, Ellen.
So like stuff like that is absolutely some of the things that I want to do with my platform
Beach
once I get
cleanup,
to a
all
certain
that,
like I admire people like Chance the Rapper, Jaden Smith, Big Sean, Kendrick Lamar, all these people that actually give back to their communities and do stuff. I mean, there are so many others, but it's just like you have to give these people their shout out.
Absolutely.
And speaking of shout out to Regina Hall. It was her birthday over the weekend. Jada posted a beautiful message to her, you know, because they were in Girls Trip together, but they've been friends for a while.
She was in a lot of movies.
And to close us out, y'all know that we've talked about it all season long, that Willow and Jaden are on tour. Make sure you check out their tour. It is coming to Los Angeles December 19th. Black Hollywood Live. You can still buy us tickets if you want us to go and cover this story. So yeah, that's all I got for our news and gossip.
I think that was excellent.
Well, you know, I do what I can.
Love the bids.
We need to find tickets.
Well, Black Hollywood Live, they got us.
Oh, okay.
So speaking of tickets, y'all tell them where they can find you.
Shoot, well, you can find me to give me those tickets on Instagram on My Ming Official, MAIMING. I'm your girl, Jade Ming.
You can find me on all social media platforms at I am J Lamar. Slide in my DMs if y'all got the ticket hookup.
We waiting.
Oh,
Period.
I always have a joke, but I'm gonna let it ride. And of course, you can get your entire life following me on all social media at The Tyler Tyson. If there's a show next week, we will be here for you guys. Same time, same place. Hopefully, Tyler will be back. Shout out to her. You can follow her at Miss Tyler Simone. We love y'all so much for checking us out. Until next week.
Bye y'all.
Peace.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.